run it back, run it back. Run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back. Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with his fire tag. Punch the gas, run into the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact. Run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. Completes it to Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this has taken that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off with a big run.
And Young's throw there incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Hey, go Fury. Ready.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Ready.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Young to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
Once again, it's Swift. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Okakwo holds it in left side. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check mega.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2000...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Lions at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dobson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And
they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 9.
Strike. Check, strike. Set.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Third down and 6. Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Ready.
Young to throw it. That's caught by Ware. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well,
Here we go.
exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Hut.
On play action, Young. Flushed out right. Oh, Young loses it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3. Ready up!
From the gun on 3rd down. Dobson, that is caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. first down, they'll run with Chubb. Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here. And that would open up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, Dobson throw over the middle. He finds Williams. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Dobson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Chubb is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Come on, set.
2nd down in a yard.
Ready?
They go play action. Young. They'll air one out deep for Mingo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Dobson. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. That stop made by Jack Campbell.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Cut.
Now Young. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Ready, set.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Young. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy going for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Check, steal. Hut, hut.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front. Last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Here we go, set. Hey, go Fury. Hut, hut.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Dobson. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
On first down, Dobson. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Back to throw again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Okay, right.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Set.
To throw, Young. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go with its first half.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready?
Now here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set.
Young. He's got it. This is Ware. And And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go now.
Final play of the half, Young. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Dobson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Looking to throw. Dobson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Let's take it at around the 40.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
On the double. Hut.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. He finds Austin complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, ready. Strike, strike. Set.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions 39.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Young will set to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Detroit. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Throwing, Young. Throw left side, complete. That's back. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Down.
Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
Ready?
And Young's going to throw for this. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake, Dobson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Dobson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Dobson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dobson. This to Laporta, right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Dobson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Dobson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw.
Here we go,
I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
Got it.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Here
now
we go.
2nd and 9.
Hut.
Here is Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you're on drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dobson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. the middle with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Dobson. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go, set.
So third down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Operating from the gun, Dobson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go. Go, Rick, go.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Dobson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Dobson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And for as poorly as this offense has looked at times, it's the 4th quarter, and they're still in this game. That's a good, confident throw right there. And now, who knows? If you can put a drive together here, you can make something of this game after all.
On 1st and 10, Dobson. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Jamison Williams his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Dobson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Dobson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Dobson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
On third down, here comes Swift.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Let's go.
This is 1st and 10.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here comes 2nd down.
To throw again. Dobson.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Dobson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready up.
Just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Dobson.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This to get it back to a 1-score game.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal means we're back to a 1-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. And that kneel down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you want a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking the knee here.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as